Another incredible day out here on Lake George. This is Joe Testa with Freshwater Therapy. We are aiming at shooting a series of videos this summer. We started off kind of talking about how there's a seasonal progression that happens on Lake George just like any other lake. And so we're still fishing suspended fish. Water temperatures are now hovering around 70 degrees. We started off doing a lot with a topwater bait. Now we've kind of moved over a little bit to a jerkbait. And I'm going to try to show just some details of what I'm looking for on Lake George when I'm throwing a jerkbait. What you'll find when you're looking at your electronics, I've got Garmin's on my boat, and I just believe a ton in and put a lot of stock in my Garmin's. I'm looking at where these fish are at in the water column, and a lot of times they're positioned higher in the water column. Anywhere, like right now, we're sitting in like 28, 30 feet of water, and a lot of times the fish are like 10 to 15 feet up off the bottom. And so those fish are very vulnerable to a jerkbait. The jerkbait I'm fishing right now is an Flit, and this one will get down probably 6 to 8 to 10 feet. And the key is going to be, again, looking for suspended fish. These fish are going to be suspended until the water temperature hits a certain temperature, and then after that you'll start to see them kind of sink down in the water column, and you can target them more on the bottom. Until then, it's really difficult to catch fish, and from my experience, targeting fish on the bottom. You will do some damage, I should say, some good doing that, but right now we're still doing well up high. So we're gonna have at it, and we're gonna hit a bunch of different spots here and hopefully be able to put together a really cool jerkbait video. Here we go. Working that bait, like 5 cranks, that gets that bait down. There's a fish. Not a big one. Oh, big, look at all those fish behind it. Look at all those fish behind it. Isaac, can you see that? There's like 5 fish right behind it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna see if I can get another one to bite. Oh, 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 eat it, eat it, eat it. There's like 5 fish there. Oh, oh, come on, come on, come on. This is a little one. There were some big ones in that, and this one's not big, but I was hoping to get a 2-for-1 on that, and I didn't. A lot of fish like this on Lake George. I'm catching a ton of, next generation fish, which isn't, super discouraging. There was a pile of fish right there, and they were pretty fired up. So we're gonna pile drive them here just for a second, and I want to show you this. So again, I've got a little extra little tidbit on the back of this. I'm fishing a bladed treble from Rapala, and a lot of times I'm using feathered trebles. Oh, come on. You're not gonna not bite again. Oh, there's one. That's a better fish there. Not a big one. Oh, he came off. Should just keep seeing if we'll get another bite. So this is the bait we're using. I really like this color. It's more of a natural. I fish a lot of natural colors on Lake George. You'll see if you come and fish a trip with me, you'll see a lot of like smelt imitations. I'm getting as close as I can to a smelt on this. You can see that bladed treble there that Rapala makes. I also will fish a perch imitation. You'll see a lot of perch colors on my boat. And those are primarily the 2 that I'm throwing out here. Let's see if we can get another one. I'm just gonna cast right back. Oh, he came up and ate that right away again. A lot of times the key when these fish are suspended is giving it a little bit longer pause. It gives the fish some time to come up and pop it. That's a better fish there. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. Goodness gracious. That's a small one. I got the dink out of the school, and it came off too. So you can see, obviously, we do lose some fish. I think that's a little bit less, a little bit higher percentage of lost fish than's normal, but there's a bunch of fired up fish right here. I'm going to share another secret with you guys. I started off with the Flit, but when I find that like the fish are getting a little bit more kind of skittish about what I'm throwing, which you will get, you'll catch, a handful of fish. Stay pinned. Oh, nice. Not a big one, but that was a great shot there. He just jumped, skied out of the water. Again. he just spit up his breakfast. Look at these, they're absolute footballs on this lake. Look at the stomach on that thing, holy smokes. Oh, I broke a hook, that makes sense. Dang, I knew something was up. I'm missing these fish. Second trump, look at this guy. Look at the size of that stomach on that thing. Holy cow, I don't know how's that light, is that okay? Holy smokes. And I have seen that to be the case on this lake this year. These fish that we're catching are super stout. A lot of those little bit bigger fish are gonna have, they have a stomach that looks like they've been gorging. I'm guessing the smelt population's up. So on the presentation of a jerkbait, you can see I'm snapping it and then pausing it. The snap, what that does is it gets that bait to flip kind of back and forth. It jerks and slashes back and forth, and then all I'm really doing is reeling up 1 or 2 cranks on what I've jerked. And the way I address this too is I actually use a little snap. VMC makes a snap. It's the crankbait snap that they make, and I like it. It's a little wider snap, and so this just gives me the ability to change real quick. I'll just unsnap, throw this back up here. I've been favoring KVD Deep as one of the baits that I use. This is another natural, real natural looking color. Honestly, I can't remember which color this one is, but it sure to me looks like a smelt. It's got the you know, kind of a translucent body, and it's got the purple, green purple up on the back of it. A lot of these baits are going to be pretty beat up because we've caught a lot of fish on them. So this is how fast it changes. Now, a lot of guys like to tie directly. There's probably value with that. I'm not doing it. So nice long cast, that's a huge help too. Reel down. I'm casting right back to that same school. We'll see if we can get him to go again here. This is gonna dive a little deeper than that Flit. Missed him. You can see when I'm using braid too, so I've got 10-pound braid on here with a long fluoro leader. And there's a fish. Feels not real big. Is it a largemouth? There's a largemouth. Largemouth are just gorgeous on this lake. Oh. Now, I will tell you, this is a dangerous thing. I mean, like when you take a fish off and he's kicking like that, those are the ones that end up getting you stuck. Not a big one, but Lake George has beautiful largemouth in it. All right. I got a feeling there's gonna be some more largemouth up here. This is a good largemouth spot. Let's see if I can draw another big one up. That's a heavy fish there. Oh, we got a good one here. I wondered if there'd be a good one up here. This is a big fish. Big old largemouth. Here he comes. Oh, he T-boned that. Nice. That is a Lake George beauty there. Oh man, he just, I knew there'd be one up here somewhere. I was looking for one good one. Oh, oh, oh. That's a 4, that's probably a solid 4. Oh, check that out. That just made my day. Oh, I think it's huge when these big fish go. Oh man, awesome. It's a good fish there, good fish. Smallmouth, largemouth. Stay hooked, stay pinned. Oh, look at he just spit something up, do you see that? That's awesome. That's a good one there. Let's see if I grab that net over here. Oh, he choked that bait. Holy crap. I don't like it when they do that. I'm gonna be able to let him go. That's a good one. Solid 2.5. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Again, look at the size of the gut on that thing. Just a good, healthy fish. Get him back in the water. We'll get a quick release shot of this one. There he goes. We hooked a lot of fish. We didn't land a lot of fish, but we did catch some really nice ones. And so the jerkbait is definitely one of those baits you're gonna add to your arsenal as you learn more about how to fish Lake George. I mean, you know, I gave you some suggestions on a couple of different ideas of where to start, but literally, like, there are hundreds of different jerkbaits out there. And so you can kind of find out which ones are your favorites or which ones you would prefer. But again, I go with a lot of the deeper diving, natural patterns. And so the more that you become an expert at throwing a jerkbait, the more big fish you're gonna put in the boat on Lake George. And more to come on our series here. We've covered a little bit about topwater. We're talking about jerkbaits today. We're gonna be moving into things that are gonna be more closer related to probably targeting fish on the bottom here in the not too distant future. The jerkbait's not done. It'll probably be, you know, effective here for another week or so. In fact, I still think you can catch fish on a topwater bait as well. We were also out here in the middle of the afternoon. I mean, if I was gonna be, you know, really targeting the most effective time on Lake George, it's gonna be early and late. And so, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Leave a comment. And until next time, good luck on the water.